Hey there guys, my name is Kurn. Welcome back to yet another episode of Kurn's Guild Spotlight. This is episode 45. As always, if you would like your very own Guild Spotlight, please do click on the link in the description below or head on over to bit.ly/KurnGS, that's bit.ly/KURNGS. Fill out the form and a few days later, voila, you get your very own Guild Spotlight. Alright, let's check out today's guild. It is Ash. They are a horde guild on the EU, that's right, European server, Kazzak, and you can find them at www.ash-guild.com. That's www.ash-guild.com, and the link is in the description below. So who are they? They are a 25-man heroic raiding guild. They do consider themselves to be semi-hardcore. More than just being a European guild, though, they are a Scandinavian guild. What's that mean? That means that all their members are from Norway, Sweden, and Denmark, and they all speak Norwegian, Swedish, and Danish. And because these three languages are so very similar, everyone can communicate in their own language and be understood by the people who don't actually speak that language. So like someone who's speaking Norwegian can be speaking in Norwegian, someone who's Swedish can understand that Norwegian, and then they can speak back, respond in Swedish, and the Norwegian person will understand them. So, wow, my hat is off to the people in Europe who speak like a zillion languages. I think you guys are awesome. Alright, so let's see. They are 11 of 13 heroic Throne of Thunder. They're working on heroic Lei Shen. They're hoping to get him down, as well as Raden, before 5.4. But they are also aware that 5.4 is imminent, so they are trying their best to prepare for 5.4. Something really important about this guild, time is precious. They don't want to waste your time, they don't want you to waste their time. So while you won't skip family dinner for world firsts, they won't continuously wipe on a raid boss that you're supposed to have farmed for 2 months either. They don't want to waste any time, everyone's time is precious. Alright, let's take a look at when they raid. They raid on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays from 6:45 p.m. until 11 server time, which is Central European time. That is 1845 until 2300 hours. Yeah, I just gave both formats because, well, that's me. Let's see, what are they looking for? They're looking for all classes and specs except for tanks in preparation for 5.4's imminent release. I know that they are definitely looking for healers and ranged and, well, okay, yeah, pretty much everything. So, except for tanks. So definitely give them a look if, you are Scandinavian and speak Norwegian, Swedish, Danish, and can raid on those nights. These guys seem to be a solid guild. Let's talk a little bit about Kazzak EU. It's a PvP server in the Central European time zone, and English is the language of the game over there. You don't have to worry about it being PvP, though. There's 172,000 characters, and of those, only 23,000 of them are Alliance, 148,000 are Horde. So you basically don't need to worry because Ash is a Horde guild, and, what Alliance, basically. It's a very big server. 337 guilds are at least one of 12 normals. 192 guilds are one of 13 hard modes. 27 guilds! 27 are 13 of 13 hard modes. Like, holy cow. That is a lot of guilds. That is the most number of guilds I've seen on a single server that has gone 13 of 13. So, wow. Kazzak EU is a place to raid. There is one lone Alliance guild listed out of this 337 guilds, and they're at, 326 or something like that. It's kind of tragic and sad for the Alliance. So yeah, Kazzak looks to be a great server to be raiding on. So, Ash, Scandinavian guild. Even though the server's English, you're expected to speak Norwegian, Swedish, or Danish. Period. So if you don't speak those languages, you may be out of luck. They are 11 of 13 hard modes, working on heroic Lei Shen and hoping to down him in Raden before 5.4. Time is precious for both the raiders and the officers. Also very important for the guild, they consider themselves to be very social, despite the fact that they're so far progressed, and the fact that they do consider themselves to take time seriously and all that stuff. Sometimes when guilds are all about, being efficient, they're not really nice. But these guys seem to be genuinely social. They find that it's really important that everyone has fun and enjoys being in the guild, and many of these people have played together for many years. Guild meetings happen at least once a year, and even retired people who have quit the game, show up at these guild meetings. They would like for you to have high-end PvE experience, knowledge of your class. They want you to bring your consumables, your patience, and they'd like you to attend at least 2 of every 3 raids, so at least 2 raids a week, and they'd like you to be mature. They would also like to emphasize that loot is a tool to get us somewhere, not something to cause drama over. So these people are obviously really about progression. They understand that loot is not the end goal. They understand that progression is the end goal. And they do ask for you to be patient, to show up regularly, and to be mature and knowledgeable about your class. So if you speak Norwegian, Swedish, or Danish, and you are on the EU servers, and you want to join these folks, they do have openings for everything except for tanks. So definitely check out Ash at www.ash-guild.com, and the link is in the description below. That'll do it for today's Guild Spotlight. We'll catch you back here on Tuesday for yet another episode. As always, you can find me on Twitter at kurnmogh, that's at KURNMOGH. Check out my blog at kern.apotheosis-down.com. And of course, my brand new, launched this week, guide site, chock full of info on how to be a great kick-ass guild master. You can find that at kern.info. Thanks so much for listening and watching, and we will catch you back here on Tuesday for yet another episode of Kurn's Guild Spotlight.